Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, I'm your humble host, Jazz Bruganzo, and this is What's Next. Episode 5, January 7th, 2021. Yesterday I did two videos in regards to the chaos at the Capitol. From the beginning all the way through the end, including a little bit more clarity. Well, there's even more clarity today. Sadly, it turns out that an additional 3 people died yesterday. They were at the very top of the balcony inside the Senate building when, during the chaos, they somehow got pushed off, is what I'm hearing. Not a good day. Not a good day at all. But there was a lot of drama. The tone was somber yesterday regarding everything that went down. The aftermath. Where do we go from here? Well, it's not a good day when you start off finding out that the president of these United States, one Donald J. Trump, was given the Alex Jones treatment. He got kicked off of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and the only one he's got left holding on to is Twitter. Twitter suspended him for 12 hours. They said, if he does anything, one more time, mister, and you'll be banned too. Which is funny. Because we talk about banishment. I made comment regarding that these are Orwellian times that we're living in. And it's true. They are. When you look at over the last 2 to 3 years of conservatives getting kicked off of platforms, everyone from Alex Jones, who I really don't agree with, but he has the freedom of speech. He was the test case. He was the canary in the coal mine. He got kicked off of all platforms. He got kicked off the planet, basically. Yes, he still has his website, but he's not the powerhouse that he once was. Then there was Lauren Southern, who got kicked off of Patreon. And let's go down the line from Steven Crowder getting demonetized, to Dr. Jordan Peterson getting kicked off, to Sargon of Akkad, to Stefan Molyneux late last year. He got kicked off of YouTube after 14 years. He was there since day one. And he got kicked off. You've had channels get suspended. You've had channels get demonetized. You've had people getting kicked off of platforms. Even PewDiePie himself got suspended not once, but twice off of YouTube because of so-called shenanigans. But when you are the president of these United States, and you still believe in your heart of hearts that you were robbed of this election, as millions of people in this country believe that to be so. We're talking almost 75 million people here, folks, who believed that they got robbed. But just like elephants, they will not forget. And in 2 years, when the House is up for grabs again, and right now, the House has a razor-thin margin of holding on. Currently they have a razor-thin margin, a little margin right now when it comes to getting anything done. But they've got the Senate because of a lame, weak attempt by Republicans in Georgia to hold on to those 2 seats. And I can understand why they didn't bother to vote. Either A, I didn't care, or B, I didn't care, so let's teach them a lesson. and a lesson they've gotten. 50-50 dead tie. Kamala Harris breaks the tie. Every single time she'll break that tie for the Democrats. But with all that said, here's where it gets interesting now. Where it gets interesting is that now they are drawing up articles of impeachment, invoking the 25th Amendment to oust the sitting current duly elected president of the United States with less than 13 days to go before Creepy Joe takes his place. Think about it. They tried the articles of impeachment once already. They've impeached the man on paper once for nothing. Absolutely nothing. And now they're doing it again. It's a sad state of affairs that we're in, ladies and gentlemen. It is. It is. We still have players in the game. We still have soldiers in this fight. But yet, right now, it's feeling pretty crappy right now. But we're going to go to this. We're going to go to the president who put out an announcement, if you will, in regards to the how, regarding everything that went down yesterday. And it's truly sad. It is. It's truly sad how everything went. I mean, you had one woman who was a 14-year veteran, had family, husband, kids, who got caught up in all this nonsense and got shot and died. And we still don't know. We still don't know the circumstances behind her shooting by the DC police. I will stand by the police. I will back the blue to the hilt. But what happened? Why did this have to happen? I guess we know kind of why, because with all the craziness and nonsense that went on yesterday. But for this person to get shot, and we're what are 8:30 Eastern time, and it's been what, 24 hours, and we still don't have an explanation. We still have zero explanation on why this woman was shot. Wow. But let's go to the president's announcement today. And we're going to take a look. And then we'll talk about it.
I would like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay. We have just been through an intense election and emotions are high, but now tempers must be cooled and calm restored. We must get on with the business of America. My campaign vigorously pursued every legal avenue to contest the election results. My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote. In so doing, I was fighting to defend American democracy. I continue to strongly believe that we must reform our election laws to verify the identity and eligibility of all voters and to ensure faith and confidence in all future elections. Now Congress has certified the results. A new administration will be inaugurated on January 20th. My focus now turns to ensuring a smooth, orderly, and seamless transition of power. This moment calls for healing and reconciliation. 2020 has been a challenging time for our people. A menacing pandemic has upended the lives of our citizens, isolated millions in their homes, damaged our economy, and claimed countless lives. Defeating this pandemic and rebuilding the greatest economy on earth will require all of us working together. It will require a renewed emphasis on the civic values of patriotism, faith, charity, community, and family. We must revitalize the sacred bonds of love and loyalty that bind us together as one national family. To the citizens of our country, serving as your president has been the honor of my lifetime. And to all of my wonderful supporters, I know you are disappointed, but I also want you to know that our incredible journey is only just beginning. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless.
Okay. We just got done listening to the President of the United States pretty much give a farewell speech. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. He talked about the insanity that happened yesterday, the criminality that happened yesterday, and what is going to be done against these people regarding these criminal acts. Now, it so happens that, some little small insignificant group that no one's ever heard of called Antifa stuck their nose in this. It's no surprise. Nothing to be shocked about. These guys were waiting, as they always done. They did it during the riots last year. The riots that them and Black Lives Matter were involved with, that set off countless fires and unwanted destruction in multiple cities across the country last year. And yet the Democrats never took any accountability or responsibility. Go figure. But, I based that a little on facts. But calmer heads do need to prevail. But at the same time, we need to keep our heads on a swivel. Because now that the Democrats have total control, both houses, including the presidency, the first 100 days, the first year, they are going to ram down everything down the American people's throats. From packing the courts, to weakening the borders, to the Green New Deal, which I think will ultimately fail because I think they're going to try to go so big, it's going to collapse under its own weight. As I've said before, to throwing us on to throwing us back onto the Paris Accords, which is a joke. So when we look at this situation, we need to remind ourselves that right now looks very ugly, but we're not dead. We still have voices, very, very loud voices in the conservative and libertarian communities. those from Tucker Carlson and Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder and, you know, to Prager University, Bill Whittle, David Harris Jr., Candace Owens, Sean Hannity, the guys at the Blaze, you know, smaller channels like D-Day Cobra, Jeremy of Geeks and Gamers, you know, Josiah Rises. We have voices. Dave Rubin. We have voices. Michelle Malkin. You know, but we'll take our lumps. We will. We'll take our lumps. But at the end, I think we'll be stronger for it because we'll learn from it. Because we don't just rely on our feelings. Our feelings are hurt right now, yeah, but we're smarter people. Now, you've got to have those in the conservative community who are going to say, well, we deserve this. We were lax. We sat back in our own laurels and basically thought that the president was going to be strong enough to withhold all the slings and arrows that were thrown at him, every dirty name in the book thrown at him, calling him everything from Satan to Hitler, you know, and everything in between. From the phony Russian conspiracy, Russia hoax, spent tens of millions, up to $50 million of your taxpayer money, and my taxpayer money in regarding this nonsense. But we'll learn from it. We'll learn from this. It's going to be an uphill battle. But at the end, we're going to be better people because of it. And with that, I'm Jazz Broganzo. This is what's next. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.